So let's go to social media for a second. I think this might be the most important point we talk about for starting streams. So already we've said you don't need to invest a ton of money. You need to know why you're doing it. You don't need to invest a ton of money. You need to know what content you want to produce, and then you need to make it. I'm gonna tell everyone out there right now. I'll be completely upfront with everything that I spent on my setup for right now. Okay. I needed a new laptop. I knew that I wanted to do retro games, so I needed an Elgato. I got the laptop. I got the Elgato. This laptop is taxed. It has no more room than what I'm doing right now. Like this thing struggles by the end of a stream. I got an extra oscillating fan under my table right now, cooling the CPU. Okay. I've got we got a gifted RetroPie so I can play some old games. I've got a $20 camera and I got a $20 headset, and that's what I started with. The cheapest way to get live, to your point, get something out there, get content out there. Nothing is stopping you from putting something out there to get visible. And that is I mean, to me, I couldn't do it if it were more than that. I got kids, I've got responsibilities. You're a family man, you know what the budget is like. You can't, listen, build it and they will come. Yeah, but the Jaguar Stadium exists and no one goes there. So, like, there is the possibility no one's going to come. A proof of concept is, in my opinion, a really good idea. Like, don't sell the farm to go live. Like, oh, I got to have the best stuff. Know what you want to do. Execute it well with a simple setup. And then if it works, go from there. I mean, that was my mindset. But anyway, sorry. This is your interview. I apologize. I just got into a soapbox. I've had a beer. What do you want from me, D?
Let us flow.
So let's talk about social media for a second. You have a great Twitter presence. It was a couple of people that inspired me to at least get on Twitter, which was Phenomenon and Luke Tusky, who have both been in the channel. I was the benefit of an offline raid from Phenomenon, who's now partnered, knows this space very well. Luke Tusky inspired him from a video of looking at 0 viewer streamers. And suddenly I found myself, and then he tweeted about it. And I was like, oh, I want to hear that. So I went on Twitter. You've been on Twitter for a long time. You've built a great following there. But there are other platforms too, TikTok, Twitter. Why are those better than Twitch?
Well, as far as like being on Twitter for a long time, I created my Twitter account back in December of 2020. And that's where it ended. I stopped using it because I hate Twitter. I absolutely hate it. I hate Twitter.
Hated, I think, right?
Yeah, hate it. Yes. I love it now.
Okay.
Hate it. Yes. I was big on, as you know, Facebook. Yep. Where I met you. It's where I met you. It's where
we're a couple old people. We're out there like, that can't be a cat. Is that a cat? Yeah, we'll like it. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
Right. It's where I met you. It's where I met Kalar, the Sage. And that was it.
Bunch of dads over in Facebook groups.
Right. Yeah. That tells you all how far behind we are.
That's right.
So, and I had a little bit of a presence on Instagram, but I never utilized it for gaming whatsoever. That was just for business, of course. But you asked the question as far as why are all of these other platforms better than Twitch? Well, it kind of goes back to one of the 3 things as far as what a person who wants to start streaming today should be doing. The fact that they have better visibility than Twitch. Yeah. TikTok is very, very, very popular right now. And a lot of streamers get a lot of traction from there because you can search for tags, you can search for keywords, and your video will pop up along with the name of your channel, and you can get them to come through from that way. I can't speak much about Instagram. I haven't really had much success with Instagram, honestly. Much of my success has come from Twitter. And to be 100% honest, I'm the server owner of Team Level Up, but I spend a lot more time on Twitter than I do the Discord. Like some days I pop in like once or twice because that's that's an exclusive private community.
Yes.
In other words, we can consider Discord like Earth, and Twitter like the universe.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy about that.
You're absolutely right. Discord has that familial feel, like that close community feel, which, and I don't want to knock it. I'm gonna what's it called? Gush on 19 Daisies for a second. She has a Discord that is the vibrant part of her social networking. She's a great streamer in her own right. That's where she lives. She's not a Twitter person, and that's better for her fit. But yeah, it's the difference between, like you said, Earth and the universe. You know, it's the jungle on Twitter.
Absolutely, it's the jungle it's the jungle. I've found the most success from Twitter. Every single time I go live, it never fails. There's always a handful of people who say, "Hey, I'm from your Twitter, so I came to check you out. I came to see what the fuss is about." You know, I've heard that as well. I've been called the Twitter menace, all different type of stuff. You know, and it's much like I told you in private. The reason that I utilize Twitter over other platforms is because I feel that it works better for somebody who is vocal. Like myself, I'm visual. It's
pronounced someone that doesn't shut up, because I know, because that's me too. So that's us.
Take it. I can't shut up, man. I cannot.
We can't shut up. We can't. Simple Mom's. Hang on. Simple Mom's spamming the chat with yes and hundreds. Sorry, I'm just catching that. Okay.
I cannot shut up, man. We go to dinner, and we're gonna go to dinner one of these days. We're gonna be one of those type of people that sit in the booth after we've had paid for the ticket, and the waitress is gonna be looking at us like, "These people gonna leave, man."
I know.
I'm just sitting here for hours.
For the last one's chatting.
Hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've gotten the most success from Twitter because I'm a very vocal person, and a lot of people have come to my channel from Twitter. So I'm like, this works. Yeah. This works for me. Mm-hmm. TikTok doesn't work for me.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. Now, other people may disagree. They say that it does. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I haven't gained the fruits of my labor from TikTok. I don't know if I'm doing something correctly, or
can I say this? I think each platform has its own unique niche. Like you said, Twitter, you're a verbal person, you're a vocal person. You can put thoughts into Twitter, and that's the appropriate outlet for those things. People are going to Twitter to be able to see people's thoughts, philosophies, musings on things. If you're going to TikTok, like if I'm going to TikTok, I'm looking to laugh. Like I just want to see something funny to go and laugh at. You have nothing stopping you from seeing someone's video. You have nothing stopping you from seeing someone's tweets. There's nothing you got to click on. You just got to scroll. And that's one of the benefits of TikTok and Twitter, is that you have to take no action to be fed content on those platforms. YouTube, we've both talked about it. YouTube is like, if you're into video making, it's a great platform, but it takes time. It takes time, right?
It takes a lot of time. I have a YouTube channel. Some of you may know. Same name as my my Twitter. Initial D EXP experience. For those of you who are wondering what the EXP stands for.
I like it to be experience points personally. We're RPG fans, so we'll go with XP like that. But anyway, go ahead.
XP. Okay, thank you for that. Now listen, if you spit that,
I'm not gonna spit take. Go ahead.
If you spit that beer on that laptop that you said is on this last leg,
it's on its last.
Are we gonna see some?
It's struggling.
Okay.
It's out there like Frank Gore running the ball. Like it is hurting. Go ahead.
Okay. YouTube. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It just takes up too much time. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
The videoing, the editing, the adding of prompts, intro music. I couldn't do it consistently. So, but YouTube has something different in which you probably would be interested in, because it probably is right up your alley. You can't do it on the PC, but you can do it on your phone, which is shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts. 60 seconds. I uploaded a short that got like 500 views.
Who wants to watch you 500 times? What?
I don't know. I have no idea, man. Somebody.
Simple Mom, that's very nice of you to click that 500 times.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Somebody loves me, Nate. Is that
that's
okay?
I suppose so.
Thank you.
D, thank you for being a friend, man.
Thank you for being a friend.
Hey,
you.
before we go any further, we got to run another ad break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do some Q&A with everybody. I see that the crazy chat's been going. D, this has been awesome. We want to get some Q&A in the chat. Let's run ads again. I think we're probably at time, and then we're gonna come back. We want to go ahead and weigh in, have D's opinion on some of the things that you guys are facing. Some of the things that you guys are maybe struggling with. If you got questions that you want to just ask for some feedback on, we'll do the best that we can to get to all of them. Paul, go ahead and run those if you wouldn't mind. I hope that everybody is enjoying this to this point. Thank you. I've been catching it a little bit on the side with the chat. Thank you for the subs, the bits, all of the support. I so appreciate it. We don't have the alerts on, but I will go back and find you guys tomorrow. If you got questions, get them ready. We're going to go ahead and run ads. I think they're running now. If you're subbed and you got a question, pop it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and look, and we're going to get this thing fired up with D. I think what we'll do is get those questions in, and then we can maybe both kind of offer our musings here. We got about D. I mean, you've already graced us with plenty of time. I don't want to keep you up too long. I know you got an early morning. Are you good to go to maybe another 10 minutes or so before we got to log off?
Sure.
Oh, my guy. And just so you know, I mean, now D, we got a nice tier maker you might be interested in seeing the topic of. I'm just, you know, it's got some good ones. That's all I'm saying. But you decide. I'll pull it up. I'll let you know what it is, and then you can decide if you want to hang in chat and go tier maker with us. So, guys, get them in the chat if you would. We'll go ahead and start Q&A with Initial D, who's been awesome to share his thoughts and just about his growth to this point. If you haven't followed him yet, he's his socials have been in the chat. I think Ketsy's put it into the chat for you guys. Make sure you get over there, guys. D, if I have, why don't you go ahead and give the schedule real quick, just to make sure that everybody knows, so they can go and hit you up before the interview's over here.
Streaming schedule, it's changing pretty soon, but as of right now, it's Monday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Thursday 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and the same time on Friday 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time.
There you go.
Also Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So
wow, so you got 3 to 4 days a week. Yeah. So, you know what, while these ads are running, I mean, if you're starting out streaming, maybe we won't open this up just yet, but I'm a 2-day-a-week guy. I do Tuesdays, Thursdays. That's all I can manage. We're both family guys. You know what that's like to have those commitments. But for somebody that's starting out streaming, I've poked fun at this on my Twitter. Don't do 160 hours a week, please. As Fendler would say less. Like, get a couple of streams in a week. Start to work more offline at building that following.
Yes.
Your thoughts, D?
Absolutely. That's a good way to burn yourself out. It's a really good way to burn yourself out.
We've talked burnout on this stream. Go ahead.
You know, if I may add, if I can break this up into a pie chart,
there you go.
As far as percentages, as far as how much time you should be investing into this whole thing, I would have to say 30% on social media platforms, of course, creating content. Remember, we have to have visible content in order to be seen. I would say another 30% would go to supporting other people, which is very, very, very important. Okay. Supporting each other. That's why we're here. None of us can do this by ourselves. Definitely not the easiest thing to do, but
yeah,
it just comes with the territory. And I would give another 30% to enhancing our content.
So 30 on your. So a third of your time on socials and a third of your time enhancing. You haven't gone live yet. You got 40% of the chart left. Do I got my math right?
Actually, you have 30% supporting, 30% enhancing your content, and 30% on social media platforms, which leaves 10% for streaming.
10%. 10%.
Let me explain why. I have reasoning behind that. 10% streaming. All the supporting, all the networking, all of the creating of, working on your content, it's like putting the pieces together for the final product. And our stream, when we go live, that is the final product. What you
Yes.
see right then and there, you are live in front of everybody to show everybody what you've been working on. And that's just that. And I have to say 10%. So it goes to what you just said. Don't stream for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Okay. It's just a surefire way for you to fail, unfortunately, and you burn yourself out.
You burn yourself out.
I see this all the time. All the time. Streamers who stream 6-8 hours a day to 0 people,